The Resonance of Life, Chapter 1, The Awakening. The morning mist clung to the earth like a secret yet to be spoken. In the quiet town of Alchemara, where the air always seemed a little cooler, Sophira woke with a heaviness in her heart, a weight she couldn't name, yet one that felt as ancient as the stars. The early light trickled through her window, casting soft, dappled shadows on the wooden floor. There was something in the air today, a hum like a note just below the threshold of hearing, calling to her. For as long as she could remember, Sophira had felt this low, subtle vibration beneath her life's rhythms. It was a whisper in her veins, an energy that stirred in moments of quiet but never fully revealed itself until today. Today, the sensation didn't just hover beneath the surface. It surged, filling her limbs with a strange tingling, an electric pulse as if the very earth was waking inside her. She sat up, breath catching in her throat, the feeling no longer ignorable. It wasn't fear, and yet it wasn't comfort either. It was something deeper, something wild, something that is stirred beneath layers of skin, soul, and time. Sophira felt a pull, gentle yet irresistible, as if the world outside her window was calling her name. Her hands trembled as she dressed quickly, moving not with thought but instinct, as though her body already knew the path she must take. With each step out the door, the quiet streets of Alchemara seemed to mirror her inner state, shrouded in mist, as if the town itself was holding its breath, waiting for what might come next. The mist swirled around her ankles, as if nature itself were guiding her. Her steps were slow, deliberate, but with each movement, the pulse within her grew stronger. It was no longer just beneath her skin. It was in the wind, in the trees, in the earth beneath her feet. She felt it in her bones, a steady hum, a song of life that she had forgotten she was a part of. Her body was awakening to something ancient, something woven into the fabric of existence itself. Drawn toward the outskirts of the town, Sophira's feet carried her to the edge of the forest. This place had been her refuge as a child, a sanctuary where the ordinary world fell away. But today, the trees seemed taller, their branches intertwining like ancient sentinels, holding the secrets of the universe in their silent, watchful embrace. Without hesitation, she crossed the threshold into the forest. The moment she did, the energy within her ignited, no longer a quiet hum but a chorus, alive, resonating through her being. Every step felt purposeful. Though she did not know why, she felt connected to the earth beneath her, the air around her, as if her entire body had become an antenna, tuning into the frequencies of the world. And then, through the thickening mist, she saw it. A massive ancient oak tree standing alone in a small clearing. The tree's gnarled roots stretched deep into the earth, and its wide branches seemed to hold up the sky itself. It stood as if it had been waiting for her, a guardian of time, holding the mysteries of the ages in its bark. Light filtered through its canopy, casting soft beams onto the ground, as though the tree itself were breathing, alive with an energy that thrummed in sync with her own. Sophira approached slowly, her heart pounding in her chest, her breath shallow. The air around her thickened, buzzing with life. Her palms itched to touch the tree, to feel its ancient pulse beneath her skin. With trembling hands, she reached out and pressed her fingers against the rough bark. The moment her skin made contact, the world around her seemed to fall away. A surge of energy shot through her, more powerful than anything she had ever known. It was as if the tree had opened a door in her soul, revealing something vast and eternal. Visions flooded her mind, images of the earth and the sky, the stars and their endless rotations, the seasons shifting like breath of the universe. She saw the earth's energy grid, a vast web connecting all living things, and at the center, she saw herself. Her breath caught. She wasn't just looking at the world. She was part of it. The energy of the earth flowed through her, its pulse beating in time with her own heart. She felt the turning of the seasons, the cycles of birth and decay, the rise and fall of life. And in that moment, Sophira understood. She was not separate from the world, but a part of its song, woven into the very fabric of existence. Time seemed to stretch and bend, and when the visions finally faded, Sophira stood trembling, her hand still pressed to the oak's ancient bark. The energy within her had settled now, not diminished, but integrated. It pulsed quietly in her veins, steady and rhythmic, like the beat of the earth itself. Sophira stepped back, her breath shaky but her heart full. The oak tree stood silent and watchful, as if nodding in quiet approval. She felt as if she had touched something timeless, something far beyond the limits of human understanding. And yet it was so familiar, as if this truth had always been there, waiting for her to awaken. She cast one last look at the oak tree before turning to make her way back to Alchemara. The mist had begun to lift, and the early light was brighter now, casting long, soft shadows across the forest floor. As she walked, a sense of peace settled over her. Whatever lay ahead, she knew she would face it with strength, with courage, and with a newfound sense of connection. She was no longer just a girl from Alchemara. She was part of something far greater, something eternal, and her journey had only just begun.